Interesting story I have ever heard in fragrance that we're about to tell you. If you want to talk exclusivity and really something that no one else is going to have, keep in mind in the 30+ countries where Korres is sold, that you can't find this Eau de Toilette. It's a big 1.69 ounces. Over half the quantity is gone. We have 280 remaining, and when it's gone, it's gone. And we'll tell you why. You know, a lot of us, we love to collect antiques, and we love to do vintage. Well, this truly is an antique recipe. This is not George and Lena Korres' recipe for Aphrodite's Rose Eau de Toilette. This is truly Aphrodite's Rose Eau de Toilette. And explain what I mean, Liz, because I've never heard a story like you told me about this fragrance.
Yes, and I actually got to go to the museum last month. So one of the largest museums in all of Europe went to George and Lena Korres and asked them to recreate Aphrodite's fragrance from 1600 BC. They've never asked anyone, any beauty company or anyone at all, to recreate it. And they thought, you know what, if anyone can do it, ask a homeopathic pharmacist, and Lena, who's a biochemist, and they took it from the tablets, the ancient tablets, and they filmed the whole thing.
Is that amazing? So think about it. They had to decipher the ancient tablets and the ingredients and create just from that ancient recipe this Aphrodite's Rose Eau de Toilette. But it is one of the most limited small batch production fragrances in the world, Liz.
Exactly, and I will tell you, when I was in the museum last month, there was a line of people and a lot of students from different universities were in line to smell the fragrance. They don't sell it, they actually had it kind of like in a vial, and there was a line, and it was the funniest thing. And there was a husband and wife behind me, and you can't buy it, they just wanted to go smell it. And the wife had already smelled it before, and she's like, I just want to get back in line to smell it again.
If it's good enough for the goddess Aphrodite.
Exactly. Think about that.
I'm thinking it's good enough for me.
It was just the most amazing thing to see this red vase that everybody was smelling, and there's some of the beautiful notes. It's got the rose petals in there, the rose oil, the peony, the violet, a little bit of musk, and the cedarwood. It is absolutely, it's a collector's piece. I think to your point, I think you said it perfectly. You think about antiques, you think about something that was from 1600 BC.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
That they were able to recreate, and the only beauty company in the world that's ever been asked by one of the oldest museums in the entire world.
By the way, the bottle is gorgeous. It's just gorgeous, and it's a heavy, beautiful, crafted bottle. And I think what else is so interesting, if you are a fragrance girl, I mean, no one else, unless they bought it right here at HSN, will ever have this. So when someone smells this and they say, oh, I love what you're wearing, they can't get it. I mean, it's really almost like having a custom fragrance. Now, here's the thing. We have about 200 remaining, and then they're gone for good. This was only here at HSN. But again, to think that they recreated this, they had to decipher what the ingredients were from the tablet, because obviously it's not written like we would write it today. So they did that translation, got those ingredients, and created this fragrance.
Yes, and I will soon be able to show you guys the video, but they actually filmed the entire with the tablets and the whole thing, and George and Lena sitting there and taking these ingredients, the real ingredients, not synthetic ingredients, all these beautiful different oils, and actually creating it. It is just the most amazing thing, and what's so interesting is that the scent is gorgeous. And that's why people actually line up in the museum, just not to buy it, but just to smell it.
And tell us about that museum again.
Yes, it is the National how do you say that?
Archaeological?
Oh yeah, I'm tired. Museum. It is the oldest and biggest museum.
My technical director, he was just shocked that I pronounced, he goes, oh, very good.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know if I should be a little offended by that.
That was really good. But they asked George and Lena Korres to recreate Aphrodite's fragrance, her own personal fragrance, and they'd never asked anybody to do that. And they said, who better to ask than a homeopathic pharmacist and Lena Korres, who's a biochemist. And they actually filmed the whole thing where they took the tablets and they recreated her personal recipe that she created. I just think that is the most amazing thing.
You know what, we're gonna give you another 30 seconds because this unfortunately is in sellout quantities with the final fewer than 200 of these remaining. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking about it, we invite you in. I've never, ever, and I've been here 21 years at HSN, had the opportunity to offer something that was translated from something like an ancient tablet that belonged to the goddess Aphrodite. So, I mean, again, you think about that and you consider that you're gonna be wearing the same fragrance she did. It's under $30 to try it at home, free shipping. By the way, too, a lot of people who collect fragrances they're a connoisseur of fine, beautiful bottles, and they keep these out on their nightstand or, you know, on the counter. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous, heavy, oopsie, it's gone.
Comes wrapped in like a velvet red.
Oh!
I don't even use mine.
Right? I know, you want to collect